My name is Dakota and I will be working with Sierra here on pronouncing words using the DISSECT strategy. So the first step of DISSECT, we go in order starting with the D. D stands for discover the context. Then you're going to isolate any prefixes you might have. Then you're going to separate any suffixes. Then you're going to say the stem that remains. You can examine the stem, and if you still don't know it, you'll check with someone. If they don't know it, then you can try the dictionary. Most of the time it doesn't get to that point. So once you have completed these steps of DISSECT, you're going to look at the stem only. The first rule, if a stem or part of a stem begins with a vowel, you'll divide the first two letters. If it begins with a consonant, you'll divide the first three letters. The second rule, if you can't make sense of the stem after Rule 1, take off the first letter of the stem and use Rule 1 again. So if you're pronouncing a word and you're having a hard time, you can separate the first letter of the word and then go ahead and use Rule 1 again. Rule 3, when two different vowels are together, try making both of the vowel sounds, as in diet. So I-et, it pronounces both. If this does not work, try pronouncing them together using one of the vowel sounds, as in believe. So you could even say believe or believe until you figure out which one is correct. In this case, the E sound, so the I is silent. So we're going to go ahead and practice on some words now. I'll walk you through the first one. Our first word is dependable. So the first thing we need to do is separate any prefixes or suffixes we might have. In this word, D is the prefix, and then able is your suffix. So we're left with our stem, which is penned. So P is a consonant. Because it's a consonant, as the rules say, we will divide it into 3. So we'll mark off in between the N and the D. And because the D is by itself, and it's already separated here, we're going to leave it alone. So pronouncing this word would be dependable. Dependable. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to have you practice the next 5 words on your own.
Okay, so performance, you would do the prefix, so that'd be per, and a suffix would be ins.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And then now you have your stem, and since it starts with a consonant, you'll cut it off into 3.
Mm-hmm.
So you have performance.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
Alright, so then you go to field. It could either field or filed. So since
go ahead and mark off after 3 for the consonant.
Yep. So then you'll have field.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
So in this case, it could either be, as the rule says on this sheet, you can either pronounce 2 different vowels, so it could be filed, but we know that's not right. And then if that's not the case, then you could try pronouncing just one of them. So it could be filed or field.
Okay. So then for the next one's organization, you would find the prefix right here.
I don't have a prefix in this one.
Oh.
So that's okay.
Okay.
We'll just redo it over here.
So then, since it starts with a vowel, you'll just cut off in 2. And then your suffix would be ION.
In this case, it's IZATION.
Okay. So then that is the same, or we leave it since it's a constant and it's 3, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so then imagination.
We'll go ahead and try and pronounce this according to breaking it apart.
Organization.
Yep, good job.
Okay. So then imagination. So you would find your prefix.
And there is not one in this one.
Alright, so then there's a suffix, and that's ION.
TION.
TION. So then you come here, and so you have your stem, and you break it down, and that starts with a vowel, so that's 2. And then you have another vowel, so it's 2. And then you have another vowel, so that's 2. So it'd be imagination.
And in this case, some students might say in mag. They might pronounce it as ag, so then I would just help you to remind you to say ag just for this word.
Alright, so for fundamentals. So your prefix would be fun.
There's no prefix. Not in this one.
Okay.
There's a suffix, though.
So your suffix would be ALS.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can break it down. So then since it starts with a constant, you go to just fun.
Mm-hmm.
The next word is still a constant, so then you'll break it down at 3.
Mm-hmm.
So then you break that down at 2 since it's a vowel. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So then you'll have fun, dem, and tos.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Alright.
Good job.